यह साँझ उषा का आंगन आलिंगन विरह मिलन का चिरहास आश्रय आनन रे इस मानव जीवन का. I was born and brought up in a village in Bihar, a small village. I joined a school in Chhapra, our district headquarters. I didn't have any formal education. There was no formal school anywhere there. And I joined my college there and at the age of 13 and a half. And then graduated to Ranchi College, Ranchi University. And I became a lecturer at the age of 19 and a half. When I went to National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie for training, I treated everybody as bachas, as children, because I was a teacher at a very young age again. By that time, about 22 when I was teaching postgraduate classes. When I joined the Indian Administrative Service, it was not for any money or anything. I thought I could be of some use to the people, because I always inspired by Gandhi saying that while you are acting, you must think of the last man, how much it benefits him or how much it pains him. One major incident or event that took place was the Indo-Pak War. At the time of Bangladesh was born, I was a part of management of refugees. So it was a gigantic task. So I spoke to them, enthused them. I quoted from Qazi Nazrul Islam's poems and Rabindranath Tagore, and enthused them to go, and the task was accomplished much before the deadline given by the government. Then later, immediately after that, almost I was posted as Deputy Commissioner Silchar in Assam. The Assam state was bifurcated and a state came that was Meghalaya, that was extremely interesting. I was also instrumental, like many others, administrative machinery of the fledgling state. So that was a great satisfaction also. Flood were usual parts of Assam. We tried to do whatever best we could do to reach needy with little ration, little food and all. But for some personal reasons, I had to come to Bihar. So I had a wonderful opportunity of working in Assam, Meghalaya and Bihar. Indira Gandhi's assassination and the terrible riots that followed that. All these were very, very challenging. And I had my tenure in Food Corporation of India, very interesting again, gigantic public sector undertaking with hundreds of thousands of people there, giving food to each needy. That was good. Then Lok Sabha, when I had to intermingle with the politicians and manage a big office. So that was also interesting in its own way. At the end of my Lok Sabha stay, I had my setbacks and pinpricks. But about pinpricks, I always thought I would not use that English phrase that is used on such occasions, but don't bother about them, because I knew that once the elephants walk in the street, there will be thousands of dogs barking. In my various positions, particularly in the Lok Sabha Secretariat, I had occasions to meet many big leaders, the real who are the parts of powers of corridor, right from Mrs. Gandhi. That of course I knew her she knew me rather, from Defense Ministry where she was holding the charge. Very closely I could see. And then later, of course, not much of Rajiv Gandhi, but Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, before that H.D. Devgowda and Mr. I.K. Gujral. So I had quite close relations, in fact, with many. It became like a family relation also. My tenure in IAS was naturally long, more than 35 years. And in that, I thought I became a part of the history. I was advised by some friends and more well-wishers to write a book recording all these incidents and the other incidents, much more. Steel framework is supposed to be the name of the bureaucracy, and IAS officers belong to that bureaucracy. So that is how I have chosen the bird. My advice to the new generation of administrators would be to try to serve the people to their best capacity. There can be interference, there are pressures now growing up, but I think once you are honest and determined to do something, political pressure ceases to come, and they know your intentions, they help you only to be open and to be available, because after all, life itself is a running novel and running epic. So why not expand it and explore it? Keep exploring it.